Hey, welcome to Digging Into the Bible. My name is Jim Barnard. This is a production of Tiller Coaching. All right, well, it's day 19, and even more important than that, it is actually day 100. Are you kidding me? 100 episodes of Digging Into the Bible. We did 81 episodes of season 1, the book of Matthew, and then so far 19 episodes here in the book of Acts. 100 episodes. If it's been 5-ish minutes, which I know some of them are longer, I've done so much better this season. I mean, come on, give me some props here. That's over 500 minutes. Like, I know that's a lot, but like if you take it in like small daily increments, oh my gosh, like we've covered so much and it's been so good. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. In fact, can I make an ask here on my 100th day? If you haven't done so, would you rate, would you review, would you subscribe, would you share, would you do all those things professional podcasters ask you to do to get the word out? Because man, this is such a easy way to learn the Bible, just taking it in short bite-sized bits and just doing it with consistency. It's so good. So whether you've been here all 100 days, or maybe you need to go back and check out the first season, whatever it is, I'm just so glad that you've been with me on this. It's been really great. So I've wasted a lot of time just celebrating this milestone. Real quick, we're in the midst of Stephen's speech in front of the council and the high priest, and it's so good. Let's just go ahead and not waste any more time. This is Acts chapter 7, starting at verse 17. But as the time of the promise drew near, which God had granted to Abraham, the people increased and multiplied in Egypt, until there arose over Egypt another king who did not know Joseph. He dealt shrewdly with our race and forced our fathers to expose their infants so they would not be kept alive. At this time Moses was born, and he was beautiful in God's sight. And he was brought up for 3 months in his father's house. And when he was exposed, Pharaoh's daughter adopted him and brought him up as her own son. And Moses was instructed in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and he was mighty in his words and deeds. When he was 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brothers, the children of Israel. And seeing one of them being wrong, he defended the oppressed man and avenged him by striking down the Egyptian. He supposed that his brothers would understand that God was giving them salvation by his hand, but they did not understand. And on the following day, he appeared to them as they were quarreling and tried to reconcile them, saying, "Men, you are brothers. Why do you wrong each other?" But the man who was wronging his neighbor thrust him aside, saying, "Who made you a ruler and a judge over us? Do you want to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday?" At this retort, Moses fled and became an exile in the land of Midian, where he became the father of 2 sons. Now when 40 years had passed, an angel appeared to him in the wilderness of Mount Sinai in the flame of fire in a bush. When Moses saw it, he was amazed at the sight, and as he drew near to look, there came the voice of the Lord. "I am the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob." And Moses trembled and did not dare to look. Then the Lord said to him, "Take off your sandals from your feet, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. I have surely seen the affliction of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their groaning, and I have come down to deliver them. And now come, I will send you to Egypt." All right, so first of all, what is with Luke pointing out this 40 years old thing? Like, this is not the first time in the book of Acts that he's pointed out, like, oh yeah, he's 40 years old. The first time was in Acts chapter 4, verse 22, right? 22. This was back on day 10, where we saw that man that was healed, that lame man outside of the temple, he was 40 years old. And now Moses, he was 40 years old. I'm 40-ish years old. Should this be a knock? Like, is it surprising that you can do something good at that ripe age? I don't think that's it. But, what Stephen is doing here is so bold and beautiful. Did you notice the word beautiful when he was talking about Moses? In verse 20, at this time Moses was born, and he was beautiful in God's sight, and he was brought up for 3 months in his father's house, and so on and so forth. This concept of Yagamil, I think it is beautiful. So Moses was viewed as beautiful. But you know what? I think Stephen is viewed as beautiful here too. Remember how the council looked at him, and it was like the face of an angel. I had my buddy Steve text me the other day saying, I think it's appropriate that I'm named Stephen because I have a face of an angel also. There's something really beautiful about what Stephen is doing, very Yagamil, as he's standing up in boldness with the Holy Spirit in front of these people and teaching this Old Testament seminary class. He is setting up the scenario where, the accusation was that he was blaspheming against Moses and God and the Jewish law. But he's telling this narrative of we've always been blaspheming against Moses and God and the Jewish law. That's what we do, but now I'm doing it for all the right reasons. I'm doing it because of the Holy Spirit. And we'll see more tomorrow as Stephen's speech concludes. But yeah, 100 days. That's beautiful. You're beautiful. I appreciate you watching, appreciate you listening. I will see you tomorrow as we finish up Stephen's speech. I'll see you then.